Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'll be doing few videos. This is the second of them. So after that, perhaps I'll do a list for you guys. So time is pretty early here, 6:38. I woke up like around 5 a.m. or maybe before. Nowadays it's very hot after the rain stopped. Now the extreme high heat and humidity condition. Yesterday I kind of saw white lights, like almost passed out because I was not feeling well. So if you happen to be in Bangladesh now, from the umbrella situation, you have to go for stay indoors, no direct sunlight outdoors, especially in the daytime. If you go in the contact of the sun, like broad daylight, you'll have like dehydration a lot. So keep drinking water, do not drink cold stuff, okay? But as winter is approaching, before winter always in Bangladesh, this is the case that we see extreme high heat and humidity. Then one time it will rain and then the winter will come, or cold weather will start. So for that kind of weather, I think this fragrance that I reviewed a few months back, I'll do a full review today because I got it yesterday, and I will tell you if this is for you, what it smells like. And it's a new version of Polo Supreme Oud. Polo by Ralph Lauren they have the regular lines like Polo Red, Polo Blue, Polo Green, Black, so on and so forth. But they also made fragrances like Polo Supreme Leather, Supreme Cashmere, Supreme Oud. I think those are the names. I could be wrong about the names, but I know the releases. So they came in a brown bottle, and they are now discontinued. So I did have all of them apart from Cashmere. I had Oud and Leather both. So they are a bit more premium. The pricing a little bit more, $120 to $130. So today I'll be reviewing the new version of Polo Supreme Leather Oud. It's called just simply Oud. Okay. So this is like underrated fragrance. Okay, I'll tell you the story, how I got it, why I got it, how much I got it for, if it's worth it, what it smells like. This fragrance is relatively new in our community. Okay, so not many people talk about it or know it, and on the most part, people don't really care for Ralph Lauren perfumes. See if the sound is all right. Oh man, okay, yeah, it's all right. So what happens is, Polo, if you're not a big fan of Polo, what happens is you just ignore the house. You completely walk away. Even there is a sales going on, you just overlook it because your eyes are on Paco Rabanne's or Tom Ford's or Mancera's, right? Do not ignore this house, okay? It has been my favorite house for a while, and for good reasons. It's not my most favorite because Polo fragrance can be underwhelming in terms of performance, especially. They could be a little bit weakling, okay? So that's why many people don't like it, especially back in the days, they used to be $45, $55. Now the price range is $85, almost double. And if you pay retail, some of the other ones like this one particularly, I saw $150 or $160 retail, but now I got it for around, I think, 80 something dollars and $100. So that way 125 ml made a little bit sense. But then again, you can see it's not cheap. Bottle sizes, I think only 125 ml I've seen. If there's 75 or 200 ml, if there are, I would not know. But if you do know, do let others know. So this is the fragrance packaging. Once again, the box is very nicely done. The green in this, it reminds me of Modern Reserve, and somewhere between Modern Reserve and Polo Green. Okay, so this is a bit dark. So the thing is, when I look at the green and then say Oud, okay, I would imagine that this could be brown in color or darker, which would give the feel of golden and black represents Oud, but it's okay. They put Ralph Lauren. And just FYI, I wanted to get my hands on this fragrance for quite a while from Ralph Lauren, but I could never find it. It's called Purple Label. If any of you in Bangladesh have it or know where to get it from, these are also expensive and bit rare. I really want to get my hands on that one, okay? Sorry. Okay. All right. So here's the bottle. The bottle looks a little bit different than Supreme Oud. The Supreme Oud cap was different. This is more like a Polo Modern Reserve, Polo Green, that sort of a bottle. Very nice look to it. The pony and Oud. The cap is plastic. It's not very good quality cap, but it does click into place, and it says Ralph Lauren on the neck here. Okay, I'm sorry about my finger situation a little bit. You always get to see it's healing very slow, but every time I get knocked anywhere, I always get knocked here, and then it hurts a lot. But I'm sorry about my overall situation. Okay, so the cap looks all right. The bottle looks nice. Here's the information for the batch code, which should match under the box. The box I threw there, it's not accessible. So one thing I remember, this bottle gets dirty once in a while, a fingerprint and all, but don't keep wiping it, okay? If you keep wiping very hard, this printing, like the pony, eventually comes off. My Polo Blue, that happened. So there is that. So it's a very nice looking bottle, and it's 125 ml. Atomizer on these are good, and also got Ralph Lauren's logo or initials on the spray. I'm taking my time because those who are interested in this perfume, they want as a full package. they would consider all this, I would imagine. But you know, it is what it is. Good atomizer. Let's just go one here, like Mark does. And I told you, my fragrance guru. So clicks, nice, good sound. So let it settle down. So this one was released, I don't remember, 2023 perhaps. One of my brothers, he brought it from Australia. At that time, no one had it. So he gave me this fragrance for a while, and I did initial impression. And he has gone back. So you can check out my initial impression. I don't know, I didn't see that, to be not biased. So this was a release of when, according to Fragrantica, it's 2023. So this thing has pink pepper, clary sage, rose, cinnamon, orange, oud, incense, guaiac, patchouli, and vetiver. Okay, so some of these notes, I will admit to you, I do not know what, let's say, for example, patchouli smells like. Okay, I can tell you, man, I get a lot of patchouli. It's like a smoky kind. But then, you know, if you are not a chemist, or I don't know, if you do not work with notes and everything, ingredients, you wouldn't know. I know cinnamon. I know what it smells like in perfume and the real life. Like clary sage, maybe perhaps I smelled it like long time back, but I would imagine like that perhaps in a perfume that smells like. Okay, so these notes represents like this fragrance is gonna be kind of like a smoky, woody, spicy fragrance. So initially I did say this was for the price, it was underwhelming. Okay, I did not like it as much as I like Polo Supreme Oud. Supreme Oud was more rose, more sweet, beast mode. Like literally that fragrance lasted 7 to 8 hours. And also, I think that was the best of the line. I have to try cashmere. So they discontinued that and made this. So this and that has very little connection. Okay, apart from the name, the fragrances, scent profiles are different. So from top of my head, I did own it like 4 years back. Supreme Oud was fabulous. I would say younger brother of maybe Oud Satin Mood. But this thing right here, it is a little bit different. This is in the style of, like, first of all, not Middle Eastern oud. This is in style of Tom Ford, Oud Wood, Versace Oud Noir, Creed's Royal Oud. If you know these segment, this kind of perfumes, this is that type. Second thing is the performance. The performance, many people are saying in USA and Canada and UK, like in Europe, sorry, that this fragrance is quite a beast. So far, however, I think maybe it's the weather or maybe the humidity or the lack of it makes it last long in the cold weathers, but in high heat, this thing dies fast. Okay, I'll tell you, it does not perform in, if I go out, let's say, for example, on a sunny day out, not gonna perform. If I sit in the office or AC room, it will still not be a beast mode. It will go like 4 to 5 good hours, but the projection will be soft. So I guess is the weather. Once the winter comes, maybe the winter season, I will get more out of it. But I would say so far, my observation is a 7 out of 10. So do let me know what kind of performance you got from this. But in winter, perhaps I'll give you one more update in a list. So performance-wise, it's okay, above average. Projection, okay, not bad. Average, okay, not that great. At least I don't get it like all around me. Like I have some fragrances that I'm going to list of, let's say something like 1 million, okay? That thing lingers around like for hours. I'm like, 1 million, it's there. So it's not going to happen. So again, performance is not lackluster, but for the price, you imagine they put a lot more oomph in it, which is what could be a maybe a criticism of this perfume, that you don't want to buy it. I understand it. So apart from that, price and longevity issue, like it's not an issue. It's above average means okay, it's better than other Ralph Lauren polos, but these are the two things I can think of. Third thing I can think of is not very versatile, criticism wise, because you cannot wear this in warm setup. Because yesterday I went out, man, I burned so bad. I went with my friend to a restaurant. I drove. The car AC was full on, but the outside weather was 44 degrees, high humidity, and then the whole car was burning from the parking. Man, I was sweating in the AC, you know. So I came home, I slept, man. This kind of weather, this is not for. So if you are those people, man, I need a holier wearable, Dior Sauvage, light perfume. This is not it. So if you are buying this for only winter, then you have to keep it in mind, like, would I be able to use it? Maybe the bottle remain unused. So in that way, third criticism. Apart from these three, there's some good stuff in this. So it's pretty much balanced, okay? So good stuff from this is I like the presentation in this. Pretty nice presentation, pretty sleek looking presentation. It's like dark green with the gold. Okay, you can say gold. Think of like a Epic Man sort of presentation. Pretty premium. So this is very masculine. I like the notes in it that I think there's also cardamom in there. I smell a little bit of a cardamom. There's pink pepper, the clary sage, but I also remember the spice, you know, a little bit of a spice like YSL M7 Oud Absolute, little bit of that, little bit of another fragrance. This is a fragrance I do have from John Barbados Oud. If you like that one, this is more premium version of that. I do have it somewhere at the back, the golden bottle somewhere. I don't remember where I kept it. Okay. So it is good. It smells very masculine, manly, and very up class. It smells expensive, but for the price, $150, it is a no. It's a no-go. I would not encourage you to go and buy this, even if it gets discounted. It's not worth that price tag. It is not that niche quality, but it has this niche smell type, but it doesn't have the oomph of a niche perfume. Let's say Oud Satin Mood, or what's the other one? The the most one, Oud. The most popular one. Anyway, I don't remember the sweet that everybody likes. So this is not like a beast, right? So it's not worth the 150. But when you pay about 85, I think still it's overpriced. I got it because I'm a big fan of this house. I do collect almost everything that I find, and Polo fragrances work for me. They're fun. They are kind of easygoing, easy to use. Nothing really. The Polo's one. One thing I'll just tell you, it's a criticism and a good thing at the same time. Polo fragrances never smell to me they are trying to break the barriers or trying to push the envelopes, or like how Mark would say. So they are not very daring, so they don't have any niche factor about it. Okay, so apart from that, good fragrance, good for office, autumn, winter. This time would be great for Christmas, where you wear Burberry's London, okay, Burberry's Breed. That kind of weather, this would be perfect. I would imagine in UK people are wearing this. It is a very nice, like a muffler, if you have cardigans and stuff. This would be a good perfume to wear, but it is a little bit serious. It doesn't have playfulness. So all in all, if you like fragrance in this genre, and if you like a little bit of a smoke, little bit, it doesn't have a barnyard, oud, or skank note to it. It's a very polished, westernized, woody fragrance. If you like, once again, Creed's Royal Oud, you would enjoy this. But if you could score this somewhere, let's say year-end sale, $55, $65, scoop it up. $65 is worth what I feel is the right price for it, because it's a little bit oud, is name oud, boss bottle oud, anything that will be a little bit more expensive than the regular line. So yeah, $65 would be something I would like to pay, but I did pay more. Overall, my assessment on this is a good fragrance. Once again, I'm not going to say it's the most crazy, or the excitement is just what's the fragrance? Let me remember that other oud fragrance. Yeah, I remember the word oud, but it was oud for greatness. Okay, if you like that fragrance, this is in that type. One other fragrance I could tell you, is you can relate it to it. If you do have Dolce & Gabbana, the one not Luminous Night, the other ones were like Royal Nights, or the red one, Mysterious Night. If you like those, this is going to be also your favorite. So I know many people like this, and I can see why people like it. There's a fan base. There are other people who say this is underwhelming, nothing new. It is not very exciting. I also understand. So it is something that you should test and get. But once you are committed to it, you are going to pay premium. $85 is not cheap. So invest wisely. And I would say the smell is nice, but I wish the cinnamon popped up a little bit more. Overall, solid 8 out of 10 in my final review. Especially for the presentation, 125 ml, and the way it smells. The smell is pretty nice. Just the oomph. If it had oomph, I would give it like 8.5 to 9. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Let's do a list, then we'll upload it. Take care.